And I appreciate her leadership on this. And she's right. Looking at these issues in a comprehensive fashion, we see opportunities to not just save species, but to save money and to deal with serious consequences that we are seeing. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. We're in the middle of a climate crisis. Last year we had all-time records 3 days in a row for temperatures. And that same week in British Columbia, they set an all-time record for Canada. And in the city that they set it, it burned down the next day. Climate change, loss of habitat, severe weather, including wildfires and the spread of invasive species, are taking their toll on animals from fish and amphibians to birds and mammals. As co-chair of the Animal Protection Caucus, I'm particularly aware of the importance of saving our at-risk wildlife species. More than 1,600 are already listed as threatened or endangered under the Endangered Species Act because of our failure to act. Oregon alone is home to more than 50 of these threatened and endangered species. In states like Oregon, in partnership with tribes, we've identified thousands more species that are at risk and need conservation assistance. With states and conservation partners working diligently to pass and develop conservation plans, we can make a significant difference, but we lack dedicated annual comprehensive funding to implement the plans, which would be cost-effective. With this bill, the federal government is stepping up in full partnership with the tribes, with the conservation community, and wildlife advocates. The Recovering America's Wildlife Act will provide more than $1 billion in dedicated annual funding for proactive, cost-effective model efforts, collaborative efforts by the states and tribes to recover and protect at-risk species. I fear it's a false economy to sometimes engage in short-changing these efforts. The long-term cost to the environment, to our communities, is immense. And I'm pleased to support this legislation because I think we can change this dynamic. I strongly urge people to support its passage.
Gentleman reserves. The gentleman